guys, today is October 16th, 2019. I'm Kimberly from Kimberly's from Fat Quarter Shop, and this is our FlossTube channel. Today is Kevin's birthday. He is the other half of Fat Quarter Shop, so big shout out to my husband. He is 46 today, and my father would have been 73, so happy birthday to him. He's not alive, but we're still going to give him a big happy birthday. So we are finishing up our Stitchtober. It's an event that I had with Lori Holt, and so we just took some of her fabrics and some of her patterns and put them together. So all of her patterns have a 24 by 24. So there's 5 motifs here, 9 here, 4 here, and 4 here. So lots of variety that you can stitch, and this is Lori's Stitchtober. And we had a Stitchtober event. It was FQS Stitchtober. We can add the hashtag, and we were just stitching for 9 days, so it's almost over, but I have lots of finishes to show you. So my very first finish is right here. It was a Mania start. So this is November Cottage of the Month. Now I finished October last week, and I'm going to show you that. I took it to the framer. So I got this one finished. So this is my first finish. And I got a lot done because I had to start all the way here and go down. That took me 10.5 hours. So that's not too bad. And then I'm really excited about this one. This is Pumpkin Spice Farm by Hands On Design. I did make some changes. So on this one, I'm looking at my little journal, my little cross stitch journal. So on this one, I used Cafe Mocha Country Wichelle 14 count, and this gray right here was supposed to be a purple gray, and I don't really have that in my house, so I changed this to a gray. And what I did is I just pulled a gray from another project that I was working on, so I didn't have to buy something. And then all of her little blooms that Kathy had were blue and navy, but I made them orange. So those are the changes that I made, and this took me about 9.5, 10 hours. And I'm not really sure how I'm gonna finish it, but I think I'm gonna frame it. So those are 2 of my finishes. And then we're gonna pop up my others because I went to the framer. I couldn't wait. So we went to the framer. So this is This Way to the Pumpkin Patch, and this is Hands On Design. And that's the frame I went with. I wanted this one and the other one to be in the same exact wood frame with a different color. So so I finished that one, and that one took me, let me look and see how long that took me. That one took me 6 hours, and I didn't make any changes at all. I used the floss just like it was. And the gray there, I think that's the gray that I pulled from. And then the very next one, keep going.
Sorry, the other one I need to load real quick because it didn't load. So give me 1 sec.
So this one, I'll talk about this one. This one was just a Mania finish that we forgot about. I think Denise remembered, but I just totally forgot about it. It was sitting in Denise's office, and she was like, oh, I think you should probably get this framed. So Emma picked out that frame. We just wanted something very simple. I wanted that to stay pretty small for my house, so I got that one framed. That is Spring Has Sprung by Country Cottage Needleworks. And I went to the framer on Saturday.
It's coming. Okay. Let's see.
There. So that is the other one that I got framed, and I showed you that last week, but you can see it's the same exact frame, it's just white. So I did 1 frame in white and 1 frame in gray so that I can put them next to each other and not have them look too funny. So that's another finish, and that one only took me 5 hours. And that felt that comes in the center, that just came with the Hands On Design pattern. So that was awesome because it was already in my pattern, and I just pulled a button from one of the random Lori Holt buttons that I had. There is also just another button company button that you can purchase from us. It's called Autumn Skies. I just hadn't purchased it and was at home and wanted to finish, so I just threw on any button. And then my very next finish There's one more that I had at the framer. It was October. So I think they,
Yeah.
okay, so we'll just keep going. Do you want to zoom out?
Yes.
So my October that I had shown you guys last week, I got that, I'm getting that framed, and so I'm using the frame that I bought from Family Tree Frame Company, which is also Country Cottage Needleworks. So to finish up Stitchtober, I did want to finish 2 other items, so instead of ending tomorrow, I'm just going to keep going. So what I decided to do is Trick or Treat by Trellis and Thyme, and I thought it would be really cute on chalkboard black. So I am using chalkboard black 14 count. The only thing is the cat is black. So I put them on my floss flowers. The cat is black, but I do think once I start stitching that this black floss will show up. I'm not really sure. We're going to see. And if it doesn't show up when I'm stitching in person, you can see a difference. If it doesn't show up, I'll either do a white cat or a gray cat. So I thought I would just do all of the pieces on it except for the cat. So I've got that kitted up. I don't think this will take me very long, and I was inspired to do this because Denise is doing 2 of her things and they're super cute. So I am going to finish this by next week. So you'll see this finished next week. And then I have started pumpkins for sale by Little House Needleworks, and I didn't really like how my colors were coming out. So I changed them a little bit. I started over, started new colors. I'm going to start over, and I'm going to use beautiful beige that I got in my Wichell fabric club from Fat Quarter Shop. I'm a member of my own club, and I thought this would look really good. I have another pumpkin hanging up that is made with burlap, so this is closer to Lori Holt's burlap than what I was using. So I'm going to start this. Now I don't think I'm going to finish this by the end of this year, but I will definitely have this finished by next fall. So that's kind of my Stitchtober. Did y'all find the October? Oops, maybe I didn't send it. So I also got the October that I showed you guys last week. I went ahead and got that framed. So all of that should be finished November 1st, which is awesome because then it's going to be the end of all the things. But that's okay. So let me know what you guys have been doing for Stitchtober, and what you want to see, like any ideas you have for upcoming stitch-alongs. Obviously, Lori Holt's brand new pattern is coming out called Bringing Home the Tree. I'm like, I know it's the tree. So we're going to be doing a stitch along with that, but not yet. And she also has 4 new stitch cards coming out the very first or second week of December. They're Christmas related. They're really cute. She finished them yesterday. So that's something super awesome to look forward to. Oh, and I'm going to show you all the other Stitchtobers that we have finished. So can you zoom in? Can you pull it down so that I don't have to lift up? Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to give you an update. Cheryl has been stitching the Halloween calendar by Tiny Modernist, and we keep selling out of the pattern, guys. Sorry, we have them on order. So I'm just going to show you each of her little people. Now, she just was having a lot of fun, and she is just stitching all out of order, and that's okay. So these are going to go on a witch. It's like a metal witch piece, and she's going to do it kind of like a countdown to Halloween. And so she's going to finish all of these individually. So, oh my gosh, they're so cute. And so this is what she has done. And then when she finishes it, she'll show us. I'm not sure if she's going to do these in a square or a circle. Oh my goodness, this is my favorite one. The little pumpkin. And then, okay, I'm going to move this one. She did this one on black because it is it cat's eyes or bat's eyes?
I thought it would be cat.
Yeah, probably cat eyes. And so it's obviously wasn't going to show up on this, and it wouldn't look right on this. So she's just going to have one that's black. So that's her progress. And then I want to keep these all flat. She also has been working on Gone Batty by With Thy Needle and Thread. So here's the pattern. And here is her piece. That is so cute. It's tiny piecing, so tiny, tiny stitches, and she is using the called for colors. Super, super cute. And then Denise is working on Priscilla Blaine and Kathy Haberman's Hands-On Design. She's working on this one in the corner. Look how big it is. It's so cute. She's using 14 count chalkboard black Wichell. It says Halloween. Super cute. So it's fun with Priscilla's designs because you can just do all the white and then fill in. So it gives you something to kind of look forward to. And then this is what I'm super jealous of. She finished last week, Spooky Town, which I'm going to show you next. But so she started this one. This fabric is so fun. So this is a brand new fabric we have. Do you know the color?
Other
Haha, I'm showing the wrong one.
peaceful purple.
Peaceful purple. And so this one is like Spooky Town, so that's super cute, super easy. But then she finished, if you want to zoom out, so I don't look, my face doesn't look so, look how cute it is. It's all finished. So this is Trellis and Time, and what she did is this is just a, if you go to Hobby Lobby, they have wood. I'm going to show you the back. I know she doesn't want me to, but it's just a plank of wood. Very inexpensive. They have squares, rectangles. I think they even have circles, and she painted it with some Lori Holt chalky paint, and then she used from her stash. Sorry, I'm getting used to the new camera. This is like just an orange check. She put it on sticky board. This is Peaceful Purple, 14 count, and the bow and the little jingle bell. Look,
Don't touch it.
don't touch it. And then a ghost. So super cute. So she finished that. So we have a ton of stuff going on here for Stitchtober. So that's what we have for Stitchtober. So any questions on Stitchtober? And we're going to show you some shout outs at the end of what all of you guys have been working on. But that's a cute way to frame stuff that's very inexpensive because it's just a piece of wood. I mean, I guess you could probably get that at Home Depot. It's really nice at Hobby Lobby because it comes in plastic and it's really thin wood. So it's easy to stitch. It's easy to paint with because it's not super thick.
Okay. From Pat Bro, beautiful stitches, Kimberly. How do you press your finished work for framing after it has been rolled and wrinkled while stitching in hand?
Oh my gosh, I don't even want to admit it. I just iron it. There's a pressing cloth that we sell from Yarn Tree, and I just haven't bought it. And so I just honestly just press it. And so I do use steam. You're not supposed to. I honestly just press it. I'll use a towel sometimes. Sometimes I don't, but I just press it. Comes right out.
And from Goose Design, what if you put a black and white string for the cat? Does that say string? We were talking about it earlier.
A black and white string for the cat. For the eyes?
We'll wait for her to answer.
Yeah, I don't know. Kitty?
And Rebecca Sewing says, how about a dark gray fabric instead of black, Kimberly? That way you could keep the cat black and gives you an excuse to buy more fabric.
Well, I bought a light gray and I think it's too light. So maybe I'll look at like a darker gray. That's a good idea because I have a light gray. What's the gray I have? We compared it. For, I don't know, it's one of the light Wichell gray that Denise and I can... Graceful gray. So we put the thread, kind of like a thread toss. We just laid it and it did not look good. Like the colors just didn't look good. So yeah, maybe we'll do a darker gray. But I think my kids will really like it. And they do like to have little pieces in their room. I don't really like them too though because they like to throw things.
Okay, yeah, so Goose Design said for the whole cat, one black and one white floss.
Oh, that's a great idea. Okay, so she's saying on my, I have too much stuff over here. For my little kitty to do a black and white kitty, that's a great idea. I'm going to try that.
That would be adorable. Okay, and...
So there's three of us. We can't figure out.
Three brains in a room.
That's okay.
Wilma Evans says, what color and count cloth are you using for October?
For October, so let me go back over here. So for all of my cottages from Country Cottage Needleworks, I used lamb's wool 14 count on all of them. And so And I'm going to have them all individually framed, and I'm using the frames that are called for on the back of the pattern, and I just bought them direct from Family Tree Frame Company, which is related to that family that does to Country Cottage Needleworks, Little House Needleworks. So it's actually cheaper when I take it to frame, because then I don't have to buy the frame, and it actually saves me a little bit of time when I'm in the frame store, because I get a little carried away in the frame store.
And Candy Kerr says, what other colors are you thinking about for the Fabric Club?
For the Fabric Club, for the first year, all of the fabrics should be listed on the website. If you click into the product and then scroll down, we have all of the names. And so Denise and I, we were with Wichell, and we just looked, and we just did neutrals for the first 12 months. Now, obviously, we're going to run out of neutrals. So we're going to have to decide what to do if maybe the second year, if we want to do part neutrals, part colors. We'll kind of maybe take a poll from our members, later as we get closer to when we need to order that. But for the first year, we just wanted to do neutrals so that we could just pull from it.
We had a suggestion from Sewing Becca about the cat. You can put black paws on the kitty, and they will show up on the orange pumpkin.
Aww.
So I thought that was cute.
I'm scared of cats. It's not that I don't like cats. Cats are fine. When they do this, it scares me to death. Like, what need?
When they do the kneading thing?
Yeah, whatever that is, it scares me. I don't want nobody touching me.
Including cats.
Yeah.
Gabriel Fuentes, this was about Cheryl's the Halloween calendar. How big does she cut her squares?
Oh, we're going to measure them real quick, and we'll see. We'll see.
And then Wilma Evans was asking, she said, never worked on lamb's wool. Is it hard to see the count?
No, lamb's wool is super easy. So I do lamb's wool in my car all the time, and I can do 14 count anything in my car. I cannot do 14 count black at night in my car because I have tried that recently. Oops. I just made a mess. Sorry. I just spilled everything. Yeah, so lamb's wool I can see super easy in my car. I do a lot of stitching, guys, in my car. I know that sounds weird, but I do a lot in my car. My car and I are buddies.
Okay. And Marie Keenan says, how do you decide which project to work on and for how long when you have so many adorable ones to work on?
So I have goals. I always have goals with everything. So like the pumpkin, that's going to take forever. The pumpkins for sale, that's going to take forever. So I'm going to be realistic. And you know what? I'm going to do part of it this year, part of it next year. I'm going to do it as I go. But the other one I know my kids are going to really like. So my goal is by Sunday, that one's going to be done. I just give myself a little bit of a goal. I have some other stuff I've been working on too that I'm going to show you because I've not just been working on Stitchtober. I've been working on some other stuff, but I just give myself a goal for each day. We only have, and I'm super busy right now because Quilt Market is not this weekend, but next weekend. And so lots of sales reps come because they're showing us fabric and all the things. So.
And then from Ann Weber, are the quilts on the Quilter's Cottage and the motifs on Quilty Love also 20 by 20 cross stitch or stitch count?
Yes, they're all 24 by 24. And for Snow Village, Gabriel, she is cutting those squares 4.5 to 5 inches, and she's using what count fabric?
32.
32 count. So she's using like 5-inch squares, 32 count.
And Mary Zufi says, wondering if I can take needlework on the plane.
Oh, I do it all the time. The rule is your scissors have to be under a certain length. I don't know what that length is, so just go to the TSA website. I've never had my scissors confiscated, but I do take sewing stuff on the plane. If you want, you could take one of the, and I think we sell them, they're called like thread cutters, and they're on a necklace, and then you can just like cut, like they have like a little cutter. Mm-hmm. You can take that if you're more comfortable with that.
And also, usually if you're very nice to the TSA people, they'll be nice to you. I almost had something taken away, and they were very nice about it and gave it back. So, true story.
Lily.
Yeah.
Lily's got TSA. Let me tell you about Lily, though. Lily has TSA pre-check, and that's awesome because I didn't know what that was. So, I'm like, she's like, I started taking my shoes off. She's like, you don't have to take your shoes off. I'm like, oh, when I fly with Lily, I'm taking shoes off. So whenever we fly with Lily, we know that she has to check us in, like whoever's flying. If she checks us in, we're all TSA pre-check. So let me tell you, I pay for clear. I do pay for clear, but you have to take your shoes off. but I'm okay. I really, Austin Airport's kind of out of control right now because the city, I mean, I've been living here. I've lived here my whole life. I'm 46, 45, whatever I am. I don't even know at this point. It's just the city is just never planned right. And the airport here is insane. When you get off the airport, you're just like trying to walk. I mean, it's just so, and so if you don't get there super early or have clear, you're not getting on that plane. So with Lily, I just take Lily everywhere. But I could get TSA pre-check. I just haven't done it. I don't know how to do it. And
Yeah, they have little centers at the airport where you can go get more info, and you need to go in for an interview at some point, and then
see,
pay a
I
fee.
didn't have time for that.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a process, but totally worth it, in my opinion.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that.
And then Annie Shaw was asking, is there a Facebook page for cross stitch like the Stitch Squad?
No, we just have one. We're just going to keep it one. Maybe in the future we'll divide it, but for right now we just have one. So I have also been working on Snow Village. So first I'm going to show you Cheryl's Snow Village. She is in our club and she is making them individual pieces. So she's in the club. So this is the fabric that you get in the club if you were in our club. So here's the pattern. It is the first in a series of 11 charts. Country Cottage Needleworks. And so this is Cheryl's. It's so cute. And so she went ahead and she already did her back stitching. Oh my gosh. Okay, zoom in on her French knots. It's amazing. I'm just gonna give mine to her. I'm too scared to do it. So look how perfect they look. And then she even did the stitches on the side and everything. So she's gonna finish these individually. And then I have been working on my version, which is, I am using Petty Point fabric. It is 18 count. And I did 18 count because I wanted to challenge myself, but also I want to make this all into one big piece. So we wanted to show you how you could do it individually, like Cheryl's doing it, or one big piece. And if you follow on Country Cottage Needleworks website, you will see how she has it all planned out. So all I have left is the snow and some snowflakes, and I have been spending a ton of time on this. I'm going to tell you that it is, let me see how many. I am at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, probably 14 or 15 hours on this, and I'm still not done. And my plan is I'm going to go ahead and get everything done, but I am going to leave all the back stitching, French knots, all of that off until the end. And then in my little stitch book right here, I'm going to keep each of the parts separate and then keep notes in the little section so that when I'm done, I can go back and remember what I needed to do. And then I also put my conversions of, you know, this is what the pattern calls for, this is what I'm using. And we have a thread pack for what I'm using. It's very similar to hers. I just did it a little bit different because, you know, I like to be different. And so her other pattern, her next pattern should probably be coming up in a little bit. So let me know if y'all have any questions on Snow Village. It's been really cute. It's I've seen it a lot on Instagram, but we would love for you to hashtag FQS Snow Village and stitch along with us. And the fabric that I used is white Petty Point on gray 18 count.
That was the question we had.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
I might have said it wrong earlier.
Lori Hull also said, what is that floss hanging on behind you, Kimberly?
So it's a decoration right here. So it is a cake stand that Cody put some fancy floss on. So do you want to just zoom in?
Yeah.
It's just fun. We're just having some fun on our decorations. So it is literally a cake stand. Literally a cake stand. So see that cake stand? She just put the floss on there. Yep.
And
So
you said it's all Classic Colorworks?
Classic Colorworks.
Alright.
There's
Okay.
yeah, she has it up here too. Show her up there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so this is like a clothesline frame type thingy. So there's some up there also. So that's cute, and that's also Classic Colorworks. So it's just a cute way you could decorate your sewing room or anything. We have a new set. I'm always a little bit nervous on a new set. I don't never know where to look. So if I'm a little bit off today, it's new. And so you have to see when you're looking at me on the frame, it's opposite. So when I look at myself on my camera, my hand goes the wrong way because I'm not used to, I should be used to it by now, but I'm just not. Not everything is intuitive.
Maybe we can find a way to flip it over.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. Okay, Jessica Jane said, do you know when the Petty Point will be back in stock?
2 weeks.
Okay. And the thread pack for Snow Village, how is it listed on the website? Denise is going to find it. All right, and yeah, let us know in the comments how you like the new set.
Yeah, it's called Kimberly Snow Village DMC Thread Pack. And inside of it, actually you can see it here. I'm not going to take credit. Denise and Cody did this. So there's the color. See, okay. This is the color. This is the version in the pattern, and then this is what you would convert it to. So if you're following the pattern, and if you just keep this little color card with you, put it inside your pattern or inside your little bag, you'll know what I'm doing. So last week we got some new fabric. And so we're going to zoom in on the pattern. So this is called Ada Minty Green Opalescent. And I found this at Shepherd's Bush. I'm going to pull it out so you can see it. It's 14 count. So I found it at Shepherd's Bush. And I thought, you know what? It's super nice and super cute. And you can't really see the opalescent, but it really has it. So Denise and Cheryl, put together some things that we thought would be cute on it. So this is Spring Delivery by Plum Street. And obviously on these, you might need to change color. You know, if you have an aqua on aqua, that might look funny. This one will look so amazing. So this is called Fairy Cakes, and it is by Little Dove. I love her designs, but that would look super cute. This one I made during Jolly July, and this is Christmas Cookies by Country Cottage Needleworks, and that would look really cute. This is Woolamina by Plum Street Samplers, and this would be super cute. And so we're just showing you how you can think outside the box if you want to. You obviously, if you're using a different color as the base, you might have to change colors. This is called All Dolled Up, but the version is Queen Bee. This would look amazing. I don't even think you would have to change anything except for the cup. So this is Vintage Christmas Sampler. And then this is Bees and Honey. That'd be so cute. I like this one. The light, that one right there. So cute. And then this is Flamingo Toes, Enjoy the Journey. She is a fabric designer for Riley Blake Designs, and she is taking some of her applique and embroidery patterns and converting them to cross stitch. This is Happy Holidays, and so you could do something really fun here with thread choices. I mean, obviously I wouldn't put black and I wouldn't put red, but I would do some type of white or pink on there. That would be cute. This would be amazing. I know a lot of you made this Quaker egg, but look at that. That would be so perfect for Easter. And then this is a brand new chart.
Cheryl thought it would look pretty.
And Cheryl thought this would look really cute. Merry Christmas. And obviously you would have to change this dark brown. This obviously is not going to go, but if you did the right colors, and it's Abby Rose Designs. And then we have some others. Welcome Easter. Easter Whimsies. So very Eastery. This one I'm currently making in the Mania. It's one of my Mania. And then this is Madame Chantilly. So lots of options. And so those are just options on colors if that is something that you're looking to do, you know, when we have new colors. We did order all the colors that you guys asked for last week. Y'all had asked for a darker purple. That came in. What's the name of it?
Lilac.
Lilac purple. So I think that some of you asked here, and then we got some emails from Gabe and Peach that they wanted a darker purple, so we ordered that. There was a darker gray that you guys wanted, so we ordered that. So let me know what questions you have, guys.
Okay. From Terry Lane, does that aqua come in linen or 28 count? Love the set.
No, sorry.
And Vicky Robles says, when is the next Snow Village order going to come in so we can join?
We're waiting on some colors from Classic Color Works, so we can open the club back up once she's able to get all of that dyed. She's waiting on a shipment from DMC, so we will order spots as soon as we can get more floss, and she's getting it to us as quick as she can. So as soon as we can get some more floss, we will definitely do it.
Shelly Edwards says, any update on wordplay from our please last week?
She has not answered, so I doubt that she's gonna answer at this point because it's been a week.
And apparently it was National Pug Day yesterday.
It was National Piggy Day.
So how's Piggy?
Piggy's good. He's so good. So we also have some other new items that I wanted to show you guys. So we got some new buttons. And I love buttons, and I showed them last week on my quilting, but these are Lori's new buttons. She has new buttons, and they come in 6 colors or 5 colors. There's like pink, yellow, blue, green, and gray, and they're really cute. And then we also got some new buttons from Kimberbell Designs, and I put, these are really cute. They come, when you open them, they're in little bags, so they're each in individual bags, and so I opened them and I have a little tray. Actually, Lori bought it for me, and it says Dance Mom, and so I put the buttons in there. And then we got some new patterns. This is, I thought this was super cute, Rear View Pumpkin by Needle Bling Designs.
It's a big pumpkin.
Yes, and then we have a Holiday Hoopla Thanksgiving by Brenda Gervais. And then a couple weeks ago, we had showed this on one of our shout outs. And this is by Cherry Hill Stitchery. It's pumpkin spice and everything nice. And we are now selling her PDFs. And those are low price patterns. So we have her PDFs. So that's what we have for new. We can do shout outs. So this is Jana Glosson. And that is super cute Stitch-tober. This is on Autumn, and I think that Cheryl might be stitching this, so that's super cute. It's got a little witch. Oh, this is amazing. That's Mateo's lady. That is awesome. And so you can see that if you can really see how if you look at Cheryl's where it's on lime versus tan, the same chart can look totally different. I believe that's Gone Batty with Thy Needle and Thread. And then this is Happy Harvest by Sue Hillis. This is Sylvia Stitches. I don't really do Halloween, but I do celebrate harvest, so I picked this as my Stitch-tober project. Today was our family reunion, so I haven't gotten much stitching done, but I hope to make up for it. That's super cute. And then this is Jana Glosson again, and she's making progress on Stitch-tober. So she is doing Lori Holt's charts, and that little setting is free.
Back to the beginning.
Awesome. So we would love for you guys to share more Stitch-tober. And then I can answer any questions. I don't have as much this week. Next week, what I think I'm going to do is, because we're going to be in between sew-alongs, I am going to take down, I have 4 kids, I'm going to take down all 4 of their samplers that I made for them when they were born, and I'm going to bring them. Now, I don't sell the patterns, and but I do know where I bought. One of them is a Dimension kit that is now, I'm sure, gone. I don't even know what it is. But the other ones I bought from a historical sampler company in the UK, and I did custom colors for it. So I'm going to bring those and just show you those because I thought that'd be pretty neat.
Laura Cox says, where did the tree frame that Chicken Joy tree is in come from?
Oh, I forgot Chicken Joy. Okay, so zoom in.
I think I'm going to need you to move the...
Sorry.
Thank you.
So, this is by Denise. And this is the Chicken Joy free pattern by Priscilla and Chelsea. To get the pattern, you would go to priscillas2000.blogspot.com. She bought, this is a wood piece that she bought. It just looks like a Christmas tree at Hobby Lobby. It is not on their website, but it is in their store. She bought it like 2 weeks ago. She put the little joy, she moved the words of the joy from the side to the top, and she put it on sticky board and just put that down. And then she put a bow, and the bow is from Hobby Lobby, and the little holly is from Hobby Lobby. So everything's from Hobby Lobby. Sorry, Denise.
Okay. And Gwen Smith says, is Snow Village a good beginner project? Little worried about all that white.
I would say it's intermediate to advanced. It is a lot of white, and white is difficult. So if you're like a beginner, I would say no. The white, I do railroad the white. We have a video on the channel of railroading. Every single railroad every single white stitch I have railroaded. It is just a lot of stitching. And I've gone very slow. I've used my Halo Go Light, and the Halo Go Light we will have back in stock soon. Should be any day.
And Stella 1710 says, are you going to have the magnifier lamp?
Yes. So we had ordered them, and then we talked after last week. You guys had asked, so we asked them, and they said, oh yeah, we don't have it on order. So we went to a different distributor this morning, and they said they're going to order it, and we ordered a lot of them. So yes, we are the little that you can put around your neck that you could take on a plane. Yes. So we just went ahead and found a different distributor that would be able to source that for us.
And Katie Cohagen says, Kimberly, how are you doing on your Mania starts? How many finishes are you up to?
Oh, look, I have it right here. I'm so excited. I have 8. So that's pretty good. It's not great. But the ones that I love, like the Christmas signs, I would love to finish those. And the cottages of the month I would love to finish. So I'm hoping by next Mania I have the cottages and those 4 Christmas done, because those were my favorites. And then next year for Mania I'm going to do something different, because I feel like I picked 31 starts and I didn't love all 31. So I need to love something to finish it. So yeah, probably do it a little bit different next year.
And Candy Kerr says, I'm wanting to do my Stitchtober the way Kimberly did hers. My question is, I can't find what colors. I have all the floss, but for example, she did the acorn, but what colors did she use?
Okay, if you email me, Kimberly@fatquartershop.com, I will find the file and send you the file that has that information.
Let's see any more questions.
Awesome. So today it's going to just be short live stream. So I'll see you guys Friday on the Quilting channel. You guys have a great week, and thanks for sharing Stitchtober with me.
Bye guys.